back. Hopefully you're still following along. Hopefully you've subscribed. By far the best part of the build is now when we do final assembly. So what I've done is I've moved it into the garage here. It's a bit quieter, a bit cleaner. Don't have to worry about dust and dirt and stuff, and I can still use the workshop as well for projects as well along the way. So what I'm going to do is I'll talk you through some of it, and then I'll bring you in close so you can see what we're actually doing, and we'll go from there. Alright, first step, we're going to put the new VIN tag on. I've bought this one from a place in Switzerland, I think they are. It's an aftermarket tag. It's been stamped with my numbers on it. Really nice, good quality. I'll leave a link in the description so you can check them out. I've got a little drill bit just to clean out the paint out of the holes, and I've got some genuine Honda brass pins to knock it on with. So what I'll do is I'll bring you in close so you can see what's going on. Alright, you'll notice I've got the fork tube here. What I did was I pushed the plate over the fork tube and bent it around to match the frame. That way, when we put the pins in, it'll be nice and curved and it'll stick to the frame nice. It won't have any gaps. Alright, so we've got our pins. There it is, done. Alright, next we'll do the wiring. Now I'm using a Trail Buddy universal harness. It's good because it comes with all the tags so you sort of know where everything goes. The only difference is I'm using a Honda ignition switch. Yeah, so we'll get all the wiring in, fuel tank, we'll pretty much build the whole back end of the bike. I'll bring you in so you can have a closer look and we'll go from there. Right, first thing we're going to do is put the coil and the starter solenoid in. Now I've made this little bracket here. It's got some tabs so that the solenoid can slide down onto it. I'll bolt this to where the existing coil used to bolt to. I'm going to be bolting it to the back hole there. The reason I'm doing that is just to keep it out of the way. It gives me more room at the top for all the other stuff. Alright, so we've got our fuel tank in, we've run our wiring, we've got our tail light in, turn signals, rear guard, mud guard. Next we're going to put the battery. Now I've made a little battery tray and it houses the CDI off a little tab on the bottom and the flasher relay for the turn signals. It's got this little hook here which hooks onto the post that goes in between the shockers, and it acts like a hinge. That way you can get to the stuff underneath, makes it just a bit easier, a bit neater. It's got a little Velcro tab here, and I've put a tab onto the fuel tank so that when it sits down it's nice and snug. Yeah, you can do it all different ways, but this is the way I chose to do it and it's fairly neat. Anyway, I'll bring you in, put it in and show you how it works. Right, so here's my battery tray. It's got the tab underneath for the CDI to slide onto. Flasher relay that slides underneath, like so. Got a bit of felt on here just to stop the battery rubbing and some rubber on the ends. Bit of Velcro there. Now I've got a tab that I've welded onto the fuel tank. Got a bit of Velcro on that, and that holds it down. I'll show you how it works. Stock battery rubber thing, whatever you want to call it, that holds the battery in. See, that's tight as. That ain't going anywhere. Got this little plate that goes under the seat catch. What that does is stops this whole thing from moving back and falling out. there it is. Simple, but keeps everything neat and tidy and looks half reasonable. Alright, next step, we're going to put the frame onto the engine. Make sure before you do it that you sand off the areas where it meets the frame so you get good grounds. Do the same on the frame. I do it this way so it's easier to slide it onto the motor. You can jiggle it around easier, it's not as heavy as the motor is. Alright, so let's get it in.